Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhi, for those generous and kind words. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the session. Now, can I share the screen? No. Screen
Yes,
share.
you can able to see. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think now you're able to see the screen, right? Can you all see the screen? Okay,
Yes, yes.
excellent, excellent. It's pretty simple. It's a new education program which was introduced in 2020, Pathways Learning Experience, offering members 11 specialized learning paths. Once again, here I would like to just confess that 6 pathways have been retained and 5 pathways have been set aside as legacy pathways. You know what I mean? So now, this year, after updating the Pathways Learning Experience, now they have come up with the idea of retaining the first 6 pathways, eliminating. Hello, I think there is some crosstalk.
Yes, sir.
Some background noise.
No, I will take care, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And therefore, this is the original definition, but now they have only 6 pathways, and they have just eliminated the remaining 5 as legacy pathways, okay? And in these pathways, they have identified more than 300 competencies, okay? These competencies can be found across the board, across all these paths. When I say competencies are actually just like skills. And you learn these skills, you can easily apply these skills to different situations. So that's pathways. And here we go. Now take a look at the pathway map. It's a small chart that addresses 5 core competencies. Under each competency, there are multiple smaller important competencies. Now, for example, now here, they have included the first 6. Dynamic leadership is one of the parts. Effective coaching, innovative planning, leadership development, motivational strategies, and persuasive influence, along with presentation mastery. So these are the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think one of them has been removed. Don't worry about it. The first 6 pathways have been retained and the remaining have been just left out as legacy pathways. Now here, these are the important core competencies: public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. These are essential competencies that are critical to achieving success in any walk of life, especially at work. You're all professionals, managers, engineers, even housewives, homemakers. These competencies are essential. And therefore, Toastmasters International have identified these 5 competencies, and almost every path that we are going to settle for or choose will reflect these competencies. For instance, in dynamic leadership, we find competency 1, 2, and 3: public speaking, interpersonal communication, and strategic leadership, along with the last one, confidence. Probably the 4th one is not addressed in the first pathway. If you move on to the second pathway, effective coaching, you have 1, 2, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 4, and 5. 3 is missing. But if you just look at all these pathways, there is one skill, one competency that's not missed out on. Can you identify that? There is one competency that's almost in every path. Have you been able to identify? That is confidence. confidence is almost in every pathway, right? Number 5. 5 is there everywhere. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay? It's slightly blurred, but it is also there. But other things like, for example, strategic leadership or management may be there, may not be there. Overall, all the 5 core competencies have been addressed in the pathways. Now let's move on to the next part. Levels and project types. Well, when you choose, I'll let you know later how you can access the Basecamp. To start with, there are 5 levels in each pathway. When we say level, it's a kind of benchmark. You have reached certain level of certain degree of proficiency in the chosen path. So you have reached level 1, for example, you get a certificate. And there under level 1, you have almost 4 projects. Okay, 4 projects. Icebreaker speech is one of the projects. Evaluation feedback is there, researching and presenting, and so on and so forth. And I'll give you the precise titles later, but there are 4. Now here they have shown only 3. There are 4, in fact. Okay. For example, to be very precise, this is one of the old slides. Icebreaker speech is the first project. And then followed by voice modulation, vocal variety, etc. This is a skill that you need to just incorporate in your project. All right? In other words, level 1 deals with the fundamentals of public speaking. The basic fundamentals. How to organize a speech with a purpose, how to deliver an icebreaker speech, how to effectively employ vocal variety and voice modulation, and then feedback and evaluation. That is, you deliver a speech. Just don't worry about the description in the first level. Don't worry about it. I will give you once again, because the updated information is slightly different. First one, icebreaker speech. Right after that, organize your speech with a purpose. Number 3, vocal variety and voice modulation. Okay. And number 4, you deliver a speech, receive feedback, and after receiving the feedback, you re-deliver the same speech or deliver a new speech, incorporating the feedback that you received earlier. Therefore, then right after that, you need to evaluate one of the speeches. Once again, remember, number 1, icebreaker speech. Number 2, organize the speech with a purpose. Number 3, use vocal variety, body language, and voice modulation. And number 4, what is number 4? You receive feedback from one of the projects and apply that feedback to the same speech or another speech, and ultimately you evaluate another speech. It's a whole package. So here you deal with the fundamentals of public speaking level 1. For example, I'm done with my first path, I go for another path. Again, I have to face the same fundamentals. I go for the third path, I face the same fundamentals. But every time your speech gets refined, fine-tuned, and it's a different, better version of the earlier speech. So you repeat. If you're keen on completing 6 paths over a period of 2 years, for example, you repeat this project 6 times. Okay? By the time you get to path number 6, you'll be perfectly already. You'll be perfectly at home delivering a speech with ease and elegance. Okay. Then level 2, you have a few projects, 2 required projects, okay? And there'll be an elective or 2, then level 3, level 4, level 5. Once you get to level 5, you have already reached the last leg of your pathway. It takes time, of course. And once you get to level 5, you need to be ready to reflect on the journey you have undertaken over the days. That means all those skills, how you took the baby steps at the beginning and how you are today. And you reflect on them and share your valuable ideas with the Toastmasters. Is that clear? There are 5 levels. The details I can share with you later, the project names, but of course it is there everywhere. And now let's move on to another one. So you are done with your projects. For each level, level 1, you have completed, there is a badge. Badge is a digital recognition that you can find in the base camp. Okay, I'll show you. Once you have completed level 1, you can click on this badge and it will ask you whether you would like to share this badge on social media platform like LinkedIn, Instagram, etc., so that others will recognize you very quickly. They may congratulate you. They may share with you a congratulatory note. Similarly, you can do that when you complete number 2, 3, 4, etc. And finally, when we get to the, suppose you like to have a certificate, and the certificate will also be readily available for you, and you can print it. You can download and print it once you complete every level. And finally, not but not the least, if you have completed all the 5 levels, you are heading towards a proficiency certification. The title is Certificate of Proficiency. When do you get it? Upon completion of a path. After completing 5 levels, you get a certificate of proficiency. This is your journey. Then there you will also find on the same page whether you would like Toastmaster International to share a certificate of recognition with your employer. For example, Toastmaster Madi is a middle-level manager, and as a CEO will be very happy to have a recognition certificate from a beautiful organization, TMI, Toastmaster International. And therefore, all he needs to do is to share your employees, your CEO's email ID, and they will send it by email. Okay? This is a recognition, badges, and awards. Now, the new path to DTM. Suppose you have enrolled in Pathways, new program. You want to become a DTM. Nobody can stop you. By the way, in your club, is there any DTM? Distinguished Toastmaster? Toastmaster Madi? Can you unmute yourself and tell me?
Yes, we have, sir. We have 2 DTMs. One is Gayatri Ravindran and Annie Juliet DTM.
Excellent. Do they belong to the Pathway program or Legacy program? Did they become DTM under the Legacy program, the traditional program?
Traditional.
Legacy
ones.
Traditional. Okay, yeah. Legacy one. Right. Excellent. Okay. So you have some Toastmasters who are ready to help you in your journey. So here, the path to DTM under Pathways is you need to complete 2 learning paths: dynamic leadership, presentation mastery, any 2 of them. That's mandatory. You need to serve as a club officer for 12 months. Club officer means maybe the president, VP education, not for 6 months, at least for 12 months. Okay? Number 3, you need to serve as a club mentor or a coach. A club mentor is actually one who takes care of another club that may be sick, that may not be okay. It threatens to fall apart, and you rush in to just hold it together. You share with them the necessary motivation, ideas, resources, and thereby the club is up and running. You can also be a club coach. But once you become a club coach, it should be officially announced in TMA website. Okay? So if you are, there are different programs for that. If you can be a club mentor or a club coach, that's very essential. And you should also serve as a club sponsor. Next requirement, club sponsor. Club sponsor is one who is ready to help start or launch a club in your neighborhood or a little far away from your hometown. For example, a company would like to launch a Toastmaster club for its employees, but they are clueless. They have no idea about how to launch a club. Then immediately you offer to be a sponsor. You just help them in the processing of all the documents, the registration process, encouraging people to come forward to register, and just you help them look for a place to have their regular meetings in. And you also join meeting, you bring in people to demonstrate to them how to deliver speeches and so on. In short, you are instrumental in starting the club. So you continue to be the sponsor of this club, a new club, until the club is on its own. Now the club knows we have the president and the ex-com members. They know how to look after the club. They know how to run a meeting. They know. Then you can stop going there. Of course, you can stay in touch with them. Your role as the sponsor comes to an end there. Okay? But there is an option. If you're unable to be a sponsor, you can also conduct a speechcraft. A speechcraft is introducing Toastmasters to non-Toastmasters. There are people who may like to become Toastmaster, but they have no idea. So you conduct a short program for 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks, okay? Every week, there may be a session on table topic, there may be a session on a prepared speech, a session on, how to be, different role players, like, for example, how to be an accountant, a grammarian, and so on and so forth. It's almost like a demo meeting. But in that demo meeting, you demonstrate and involve the members. Members mean they are not Toastmasters yet. They are like guests. They will be actively involved. So at the end of the speechcraft program, after 6 weeks, now they'll be confident enough. They have a great insight into what Toastmasters is all about. And therefore, they are ready to start their journey. So this program is called Speechcraft. You can conduct that, or a youth leadership program, or exclusively for school children who have completed 13 years of age up to 18. 18 and above Toastmasters, and the group in between 13 and 18, are the youth leaders. But normally we target schools. If it is a community, you can bring in students from different schools, up to, let's say, about 25 students or 30 students, and you introduce the concept of Toastmasters to them, and you have regular meetings with them. The program, this youth leadership program, lasts for, let's say, 10 weeks. At the end of the period, you conduct a contest and select winners. And now they know what Toastmasters is all about. They have learned some basic leadership qualities. They know how to communicate with confidence, okay, and so on. So any one of these is important. Or you can serve, as a district officer for 1 year, area director, division director, district director, okay, or district director trio, one of the 3 offices. So you should serve as a district officer for 1 year, at least as the area director. And then finally, complete the capstone DTM project. Capstone is actually the final phase of your journey. It's almost like, a capstone is actually the last stone kept on a dome or a tower. Look at my hands. Now, it looks like a triangle, the top. Here you're going to put a stone that's called capstone. That means you are going to cap the entire program, encapsulate the entire program, entire journey. And you are going to present, or you are going to share a great presentation with the members. For example, it should be basically on a particular project that you undertook. For instance, you organized an area level contest. You were the one. Or at workplace, maybe you organized an important event, okay? Naming people, delegating responsibilities, okay? Sharing with them their responsibilities, giving them little job description. And finally, the event became a grand success. And you were the one who just pioneered, headed, and led this event. On that particular event, you are going to present a speech. That speech should just reflect and demonstrate all those skills that you learned, okay, by undergoing these 10 levels in 2 pathways. You have done 5 + 5, 10 levels, 2 pathways. and you learn lots of skills and competencies. So they make sure that that particular project reflects at least 75% of those skills. Because that's a great important project. Once you are done with that, then the club president, they will recommend to TMI for recognition, the highest recognition called Distinguished Toastmaster, DTM. Okay. Okay. Now, every Toastmaster journey starts with a single speech. Right. Now, how to log in now? For new members, particularly. Once you are registered with TMI, Toastmaster International, you receive a mail, right? A mail with some help. How exactly you need to generate a password. They will give you some idea. With that, you can just create your login details. You can log in. Okay? Within a day or two, you can log in. The moment you're registered, you receive a mail that states very clearly how to log in to your account. Okay? This is how you need to do. But you will wait for the information or the mail from TMI that says very clearly how you can open your account. Once you are done with that, your name will appear. Next time when you log into your account, you will just see your name up. Here, for example, this is Toastmaster Sadagopan. Welcome, Sadagopan. Welcome, Toastmaster Madi. Welcome, Toastmaster George. You will see that. Then, when you go there, you can just go to Basecamp. On the home page itself, you will find this information. But now, they have slightly modified this information. They have simplified a lot of details. This is an older version. But anyway, this information, this detail will also be there in a different format. Go to Basecamp, click on Basecamp. Once you click on Basecamp, you will be led to the right educational path. There is an alternative way. There's an alternative way. Education program. And there also you can access Basecamp. Click on Basecamp. There's another way. You are done with that, and you get in here, and you have lots of information there. Excuse me. Okay, it talks about different education program, evaluation, feedback. The program is all about, it's a self-paced program and so on and so forth. This will give you more information about the journey that you are about to embark on. And then you have come to the pathways. Once you click on pathways, the little hyperlink will go like this. Pathway and learning. Pathway, learning experience, something like that. You click on that, you will just have lots of tutorials and educational guidance and so on and so forth. And you can click on each one of these and you get to know a lot of details. Okay. And you have selected the path. Now to start with, for example, there in the previous slide, there will be some paths. And once you make the payment, once you register yourself with TM, Toastmaster International, TI, Toastmaster International, and you are allowed to choose a path for free. The fee for the path is included in the registration fee. I think it comes to about $80 plus now, plus tax this time around. Now, for example, you have selected Presentation Master, the first one. What you have to do, on the right-hand side, you find Open Curriculum. Once you click on that, it will show you another small title, Launch. Launch Pathway. There you come. Launch. You will just get this particular sign, Launch. Once you launch, you will start the icebreaker speech. And next time, after completing icebreaker speech, this circle is repeated. Every time you get to a project, you need to launch it. Open curriculum and launch it. But this time they have simplified it. Nothing will escape your attention. in the base camp. Now, even if you are not guided, you can do it yourself. Very easy. Now they have simplified it. So every time you just get to start a project, you need to launch it. Now, once you have launched, you will be guided to your project material. Okay, level 1, icebreaker project. And there, you will come to this particular page, your project materials, introduction, okay, the beginning of it, lots of information. And look at the just sign on the right side. Once you click on that, the pages, you can flip through the pages. First page, second page, some of you will be patient enough to read all the details. Some of you would like to just go on pretty quickly. So all you need to do is click on the sign on the right, and you can flip through the pages. And finally, your assignment has come. The purpose is given there, purpose statement. Okay. And the purpose of this project is to introduce yourself to the club, blah, 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 etc. The overview, etc. is given. And your assignment details and requirements review, the project checklist is given here. You can click on that, what you are required to do, what you need to do, everything will be given there in the checklist. Right after that, your evaluation. This is something that's very important. The skills that you have now, you need to just measure, but you need to do it honestly. For example, look at the numbers. Now it's a scale of 5, okay, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. For example, select the tabs above to review the criteria for the evaluation in this project. Your evaluator will use the following scale. Exemplary, for example, okay, excellence, accomplished, emerging, developing, etc. You need to just review your skill, because you are going to deliver your icebreaker speech. How about your skill level? You need to just choose one of them. But you need to do it very honestly, okay? And then you go to Basecamp, okay? If you want to navigate the Basecamp, you can do that further about speech evaluations, my badges. This is simple information about that. There you are gone. After you have completed the last page, skill level 1, the first page, second page, third, fourth, and so on. All you need to do is click on the sign on the right, and you can just select your skill levels. You can identify your skill levels, and then you are done. Now you deliver your speech. You prepare, practice, rehearse, and deliver your first speech with confidence. Okay. And then you need to just have some speech evaluations. Okay. If you click on that, this will provide you ample guidelines regarding the evaluations, paths, and learning experience. Everything will be there. And finally, as I told you at the beginning, the recognitions are given here. The level recognitions you can choose. And I think there is a provision for even certificate downloading and so on. And you also have a small link with the title, My Documents. Once you're done with your first speech, level 1 speeches, you can create a folder and save all the speeches so that you can track your progress later. But everything in the website, all in the Basecamp, okay? These documents, these folders are meant for preserving your speeches. And sometimes you may have received some evaluation feedback that can also be stored in them. It is there. Now, this is all about normal members. And if you are a Basecamp manager, who can be the Basecamp manager? The president and the VP education. Okay? They are the Basecamp manager. What is their job? Once a member completes his or her speech, okay, the level, his or her level, the first level, for example, they will submit project completion request. That's called project completion request. Now you don't need to submit even. After so much of updating, now in the Basecamp, all you need to do is to complete your projects. and say, I have completed successfully the club. There will be a response. There will be a note of congratulation from the website people saying that you are done with your first level. That itself is enough. Automatically, by default, the VP Education or the president can access your completion request for approval. And they will just simply click approve, done. And you are ready to receive your certificate. Okay? And there, your home club automatically receives credit towards the DCP goals. As you know, why do they do it very meticulously? I will come to that. DCP points, okay? For DCP point, for example, if you want just to have educational accomplishment DCP points, Distinguished Club Program points, at least 4 members should complete level 1, and 2 members level 2, 2 more members level 2, 2 members level 3, and 2 members level 4, or level 5, or 1 DTM. Okay, you are getting about 6 points here. And right after that, you have admin responsibility. Setting the club officers list on time, 2 times. Okay, March the 31st and September, towards the end of September, club officers list on time. And club dues. These are administrative efforts that the XCOM needs to be careful about. There you are getting 2 points. Then finally, the club officers training. How many times do they conduct the training, the division-sponsored training? Twice. Am I right? 2 times. How many officers need to be trained from each club? Minimum 4. 4 officers need to be trained. 4 officers need to be sent to this training program so that 2 times, and again you get 1 point. So altogether, there are 10 DCP points. If you do all these regularly, maintaining the minimum number of members, then you get President's Distinguished Club status. President's Distinguished Club status. You understand? Is that clear? I'll share with you those details. No, don't worry about it. I've just noted down here. I can read it out for you. DCP points. DCP means Distinguished Club Program. All right? It comes under Successful Club Series. DCP points serve as a measuring yard, or it serves as a tool to measure your performance. All right? Therefore, number 1, you need to complete level 1. How many members have to complete? 4 members. Level 2, first 2 members, again 2 more members. Okay? Altogether, 4 members should complete level 2. All right? Then level 3, 1 member has to complete level 3. And then DTM, 1 should become a DTM, or level 4 or level 5. Okay, 1 member. And 1 more member has to complete DTM, has to become a DTM, or complete level 4 or level 5. But which one is the easier of the 2? Level completion or becoming a DTM? You can unmute and just answer my question.
Level completion.
Exactly. Therefore, focus on level completion instead of chasing after DTM. DTM awards will come automatically. It takes time. But level completion is very, very important. The club president, the VP education, and the VP membership, these 3 people need to work very hard. All right, then coming to the membership, the points. Now here we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points we have completed. Membership, add 4 members. If you add 4 members, you get 1 point. Add 4 more members, you get 1 point. So now your point has reached 8. 6 plus 2, 8. Then club officers training, 2 times. Minimum 4 offices, okay, 1 point. And submitting the dues well on time, okay, at least once. Submitting the dues, okay, half a point. And submitting the list of club offices, the newly elected installed club offices list has to be sent to Toastmaster International. There you get half a point. So once again, let me just wrap it up. First, completion of level 1 by 4 members. Completion of level 2 by 4 members. Completion of level 3, 2 members. And a DTM or completion of level 4 or level 5, 1 member. Again, 1 more DTM or completion of level 4 and level 5 by 1 member. Okay? The membership, add 4 members, 1 point. Add 4 more members, another point. And then officers training, 2 times, 4 offices at least. So half a point, 2 times. Half a point, totally 1 point. Then submitting the dues and club offices list to be sent to Toastmaster International. Okay, Niagara Toastmaster Club is close to achieving 10 points now. We already just hit 9. You understand? But there again, they have given a grace of 1 point. Grace of 1 point means you can, if you hit 9 points out of this 10, still you are considered to be a distinguished club, distinguished president's club. You understand? Distinguished club, distinguished president's club. So you can work. Simply all you need to do is know the members of the club have to work hard, and more important, the president, VP education, and the VP and the VP membership. They need to work very hard and bring in quality programs. All right. Now I'm just winding up here. Do you have some questions, please? But as I told you, don't worry about Basecamp. Once you visit Basecamp after logging in, it is very self-explanatory, self-evident, made easier, much easier than before, a lot more simple. Okay, now do you have some specific questions? And also, 1 minute, sir. Let me have a look at the, you told me to address Basecamp, pathway selection, touch upon all the structures. Okay. Now, you can ask some questions, then I can move on to organization structures. And I think I touched upon awards, TM different designations. Okay, right. I can touch upon that. Don't worry about it. Do you have any questions?
Sir,
within the scope of...
you got talked about DCP points. So is it from Jan to December, or how they will calculate? Is it, what is the timeline for?
No, it is actually the period is the Toastmaster year starts on 1st July. On 1st July of every year, the Toastmaster year begins. And it ends on the 30th, the last day of June. That is the Toastmaster year. And it is divided into 2 halves. The first half is from July 1, August, September, October, November, December, January. No, it doesn't work that way. The dues have to be paid on 2 occasions. Before September the 30th or before March the 31st. These are the 2 times. For payment of fees, processing the payment, as well as sending the club. Or some clubs have a different pattern. They like to have their club leadership roles performed by members for 6 months. You can be the president of a club for 6 months. Another person will take over. But to become a DTM, you need to be a president for at least 1 year. So now Toastmaster International would like to have semi-annual dues payment. That means you send the payment 2 times. All right? Before the 31st of March or before the 30th of September. You understand? To get the point. Otherwise, you may forfeit or you may lose the points. Is that clear?
Yes, clear.
Mati?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Clear.
okay.
Yeah.
Any other question? I can just move on to the next point very quickly if you don't have any other questions. And by the way, you can always, if the Toastmasters, I may just deliver a presentation, still I'm learning, right? When I share knowledge with other people, I end up learning something. And therefore, feel free to let me know even after the presentation. All you need to do is, I'm only an email away or just a WhatsApp message away from you. Send in a message seeking some clarification on any issue. I'll be happy to get back to you immediately. Okay, feel free, please. That is one thing. Any other question, please?
Is there a questionnaire to decide which pathway we can select?
Exactly. There is one. There is one. If you are there, you can choose arbitrarily a pathway. Alternatively, there is an assessment test. There is a link for that. Click on self-assessment test. That will ask you a series of questions. For example, they'll say, okay, how good are you at organizing things? Okay, and how good are you at delivering speeches with confidence? How good are you at collaborative efforts? Okay, they'll ask you a series of questions, or they may say, out of these 5, which one is your favorite area? And you need to be very honest. Once you complete that questionnaire, it's a kind of self-assessment, and immediately you will get a response from the computer that you can choose presentation mastery or dynamic leadership or engaging humor, etc. Then again, it's not hard and fast. It's not mandatory. Some people just blindly, they may look at the list of pathways. They may say presentation mastery is all about public speaking, developing communication skills, etc. They will immediately choose that. Either you can take that little test or you can arbitrarily decide. There's no hard and fast rule about that. Okay, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do you have any other questions about this, about whatever we have talked about until now?
Newcomers, please feel free to ask because we have organized the session just for you. So please make use of it.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, before delivering a speech, how to, where can I get the titles? I have to choose myself or a system will give
you can. Now, the system will not give you the title. The system will give you the guidelines. For example, icebreaker speech. As I told you, you can, some people simply skip by clicking on the arrow on the right. Click, click, click. It says, don't click that. Click and the page opens and see what it is all about. It will give you very clear-cut guidelines about the project that you're going to work upon, you're going to deliver. And you read that. That will give you an idea. For example, icebreaker speech. The speaker has to introduce himself to the club. And he has to figure out the strengths and areas requiring improvement. And he can just have a look at that manuscript or the script that you have in your hand. Okay, the first speech. Therefore, he doesn't need to worry about forgetting the speech. All these are simple guidelines that you will get there. But the title you can just give. So what you need to do when you become, by the way, has the president and his team, along with the team, assign mentors to the members? Toastmaster Madhi?
Yes, sir. We
Have
got
you
sent
made,
the
have you
mentors.
made sure? Okay, excellent, excellent. So the mentors will guide you. For example, a speech of this kind, for example, you don't need to worry about the title. All you need to worry about is the topic. Topic is important. Topic means that what message you would like to convey. That's the topic, the core of the speech. Okay, the meat of the matter. The core of the speech is the message. That's the topic. Once you settle further, I'm going to talk about, for example, environmental pollution. Okay, how to go green, etc. This is the title. This is a topic. And then you can think about a catchy title. But these days, even Google can help you. So you can just key in there, type in the subject. I'm looking for an appropriate, catchy title for this topic. And you get a topic, the title immediately. Okay? Speech titles, you can think about at the end. But think about the main idea of the message and the story. That's very important. There is no speech without a story. Otherwise, people may just be skeptical of your ability to deliver a public speech. This gentleman or lady has simply downloaded some stuff from the internet. They should not. Develop a personal story with passion. Okay, every man has to have a story. I have a story, so do you. So bring in the story and then share with the audience members a strong message. That's very important. Okay, so titles are easy to find out, but the topic, the subject that you are going to speak on is really very important. That really matters. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. 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 You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Shall we move on to the other two areas very quickly? That is, you have asked me to touch upon organization structures. I mean, a Toastmasters Club are new members. We have members. Okay. We have a name for the club. And we know we have the club profile, where it is located, how many members are there, and the address, and so on and so forth. Then the club has to have an EXCOM in Executive Committee. We shorten it to EXCOM, Executive Committee, consisting of the President, Vice President Education, Vice President, come on, tell me. Vice President Education, Vice President Membership, Vice President, come on, Madhi, Public Relations.
Public Relations.
Secretary.
Secretary.
Then
Treasurer.
Then the Secretary, Treasurer, and the Sergeant at Arms.
Treasurer at Arms.
Okay. So how many members are there? How many members form the EXCOM?
7 members.
7.
Right?
7 plus 1.
7. This is a basic organizational structure. And they are responsible for conducting the meeting, conducting a contest, okay, assigning mentors, preparing the educational agenda, and assigning speech slots to different members, encouraging them to deliver speeches, to come forward, to take up leadership roles. People may be reluctant, but you should be prepared to motivate them to take up different roles. Okay, if someone may say, I'll simply be sitting in the club listening to the speeches. No, you should participate, you should tell them. Okay, at least he or she can be an R-counter, a timer, a listener, one of these simple roles. That's very, very good. Okay, now let's move on to that. 3 or 4 clubs normally will form an area. For example, Nagarcoil Toastmasters Club, then Tuticorin Toastmasters Club, then Pyro City Toastmasters Club. And there is one more club. All these 4 clubs will form one area. And 3 or 4 areas will form a division. In an area, the area structure is the area director, assistant area director, a secretary, and then, of course, the president and vice president of each club. They form the EXCOM. They form the EXCOM of an area. Is that clear? Okay, what I will do, I can easily share with the Toastmaster Madhi because I did not just put it on the slide. This is area. Then we have the division. A division usually has the division director, assistant division director, education. Assistant, let us say, for the ease of understanding, assistant division director, just like program quality director, club growth director, okay? And then the area directors. You understand? And at every level, just like the VP education at the area, also they have the club growth and the program quality directors. And more important, the club presidents and the VP education will also be there. They're also the division, the same structure. But there, the club president and the VP education may not be members of that organization. Rather, it will be the area directors. Okay, the core members, the team, plus the area directors. Then on to the district, we have the district director. And come on, tell me. Program quality director, club growth director, then the finance manager. Then we have the finance manager, the area director. Then, of course, we have the admin manager, finance manager. Then we have the division directors, area directors, and the club president and the vice president education. So which among these is the largest organization? Which one? Is it the club, area, division, or the district?
District.
District. Okay. Just imagine our district 120 has got so many divisions, so many areas. So the area director, division directors, and the core team, program called director, district director, club growth director, finance manager, admin manager, okay, and even the club president, vice president education, etc., etc. It's the largest organization. Okay, the structure. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now then you have another question, touch upon awards and TM different designations. Awards I talked to you about for every educational accomplishment. Level completion, you get a certificate. There is also another digital recognition called the badges. Click on that, then you can immediately share, okay, on one of the social media platforms where people can easily access and congratulate you. You get recognition. They may ask you questions. They may ask you about Toastmasters. What is this all about? So thereby, you reach out to a larger number of people and spread the message of Toastmasters educational program. So that helps you. Recognition for you, for your club, and ultimately for Toastmasters International. And then different designations I told you. What are the different designations? What do you mean by that? We have in Toastmaster, we have the XCOM members. DTM is the title. All other titles are only Toastmasters. Toastmaster, until you become a DTM. Then you become Distinguished Toastmaster. But in the organizational structures, we have different names, right? Area director, division director, blah, blah, etc. But they are all temporary for 1 year. But DTM is a permanent title. Okay? Do you have any other questions? Toastmaster introduction. Okay, Toastmaster introduction. Does anybody need an introduction? I think you have a fairly good idea about it, right? It's an international organization. And we have the club is a basic unit, area, division, district, region, and then, of course, the international organization. Then they have the board of directors headed by the president Toastmaster International. Okay? And if you just Google in what area or what region under which, what is the region under which District 120 comes, immediately get the answer. Understand? And if you want, for example, who is the district director of District 120? Immediately get the answer. Okay? DTM Mohana Krishnan, etc., etc. You get the answer because we have the websites, district websites are available. All this information is there. By the way, have you conducted your club level contest, speech contest?
Yes, sir. Over.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And now you are heading towards
the area level.
Area level contest. When is the area level contest?
March 29th.
March 29th. I wish you all the very best. How many contestants? How many winners? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right?
Yes,
8
yes.
contestants. Yeah, excellent. 2 members can participate here. And you can go up to division. At the division, they select only 1 to send to the district. Of course, there are number 2, 3, and 4. But the winner from district division onwards, only the winner can represent the division. Up to area, it is winner and the runner-up. And please, the third place winner should also be ready as a standby participant. In the event of the first place or the second place winner being unable to participate, the third place winner has every right to represent your club at the area level. Okay, so keep them ready. Okay, and furthermore, and in the future also, if you need any presentation on how to prepare an effective international speech, how to prepare a humorous speech, I have the expertise. I'll be more than happy to share with you. By the way, in 2019, I was the district level humorous speech champion. Not here, in District 79, which is in the Middle East. And it was not my cup of tea. I used to be a serious speaker, and people used to just comment upon my style of speaking. Oh, you are always serious. You don't have a smile on your face. But I took up this challenge. Of course, lots of mentors helped me. I won at the club level, second. I placed second, and again second at the area. But at the division, I was the first place winner. And you can watch my speech. You can say Rose George, District 79, 2019 humorous speech. Rose George, ROAC GORG, 2019. It is there on YouTube. You can just listen to my speech and share your comments. You can just share your feedback with me. I'll be happy. Okay. And in the future also, you can always feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. Now, do I have to talk about anything else? I think I touched upon almost all the points. And what about new Toastmasters orientation? Have you done that? How do you do that? Or you can share the role. For example, now 3 members are joined. The first and the most important thing is assign a mentor to each one of them. Or alternatively, you can assign 3 members to 1 mentor. No problem. For example, I have 3 members who are being mentored by me. You can also do that. And then during the club meeting, or on the sidelines of the meeting, or right after the meeting, or 10 minutes prior to the meeting, you can have these new members around you and talk about Toastmasters. To start with, how a club functions. What are the activities undertaken in the club meeting? And the roles and responsibilities performed by the different role players. And the benefits of Toastmasters. That's very important. The core values of Toastmasters, the benefits they are going to reap by the end of the journey. And all those things will just not only give them some idea about Toastmasters, but also will inspire them. The member may be from any profession, maybe a doctor, maybe an engineer, maybe a CEO. For example, in my club, we have a renowned scientist. We have a senior orthopedic surgeon, and we have 3 college professors. And there are lots of retired people like me. And they love to attend the club meeting because they know the value of practicing Toastmasters. So you can also do that. Okay, don't keep the talk too long. They will tune out. Keep it short and sweet, but let the core message reach them loud and clear. That's very important. Okay, they should understand. So new member orientation, very important. By the way, do you conduct the installation ceremony for club officers? Yes. Do you also conduct the induction ceremony for new members? You do, right. So when you do that, you order some pins, new member pins. If you think you can, please order in advance, get the pins, okay? Add to the cart and go to the shopping area in Toastmaster website. Just try to order some pins for the new members. The day they become new members, when you conduct the induction ceremony, that's very important. They feel really elated, very happy. They feel honored, and give them a pin. If you're unable to procure a pin, all you need to do is just print a small card, just like a badge. New member, the Toastmaster Club's name and its number. Just pin it to their pockets. Okay, let them proudly wear it. Induction along with that. It really works. People feel honored. People really feel, very distinguished when they are openly recognized. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and
Sir, I
do you
have
have anything else? Yes,
one
yes, ma'am,
question.
please. Yes, ma'am.
Every speech we will give a small story. It is original or imaginary?
Yeah, there are two things. For example, not every story is real. Some stories are imaginary, but there is a message. What really matters is like a short story. But if you bring out something original from your own life or from somebody's life, when I say somebody, someone very close to you, that will add a little more flavor to your speech. That will add a little more credibility to your narrative. Okay? And people will immediately, resonate with you, or your speech will resonate with them. Okay, if you say, a couple of years ago, I was on a bus going to Tirunelveli. The moment you said this statement, make this statement, I am all attention. I pay attention to you. I get ready to listen to your story. But if you say in Nelson Mandela's life or Mother Teresa's life, people know what you're going to talk about. Okay, they're all aware of what your speech is going to be. So they may tune out partially, not everybody. But if you can cook a story, but let it be your own story. But not always. People think that they are running short of stories. No, they are not. Every individual has a story. For example, today, I can design and develop a speech based on this presentation. There were members, for example, the topic is now eagerness, okay, is all that matters. You members are very eager to learn. I'm going to talk about eagerness. How important eagerness is. When we launch or when we embark on a journey of learning, I will quote your name, Toastmaster Meenakshi, Toastmaster Madhi, okay, Toastmaster Uma Nataraj. They asked me a couple of questions. They were very interesting. I got to learn. So the story gets more intriguing. The message is simple and the story is very interesting. You can pick up a story, but you need to know how to develop a small event into a story. Add some elements of a story. Once upon a time, a few days ago, slowly, okay? It always works. It's my personal experience because I joined Toastmaster in 2002. How many years ago? 23 years ago. This is what most of the world champion international speakers always insisted, that a story be told always They say stories sell, but facts only tell. Facts tell, but stories sell. If you want to sell your idea, if you want to promote your personal brand, you need to be a good storyteller every time. In table topics also, don't waste your time describing the title, working on, building on the topic. Immediately come up with a little story. Okay? Patience is an important virtue. Good evening, Toastmasters. A few days ago on a Sunday afternoon, I was just driving down the road. Suddenly, people would immediately pay attention. This happened. I lost my cool. Okay? My patience ran thin. And you bring in a story. Even in table topic speeches, don't waste your time elaborating on the topic. Do this, do that. No. Come up with a little story. You should be quick enough to imagine. But that will come slowly but surely. You may think, okay, DTM George has been a Toastmaster for a long time, therefore he can imagine very quickly. No, everybody can imagine. But the excellence comes in slow. But always, storytelling is the best way, okay, to connect with the audience and to have a beautiful rapport with the listeners. Any other question, please? You can feel free to ask me any question related to Toastmasters, your experience. If I don't know, I will simply apologize and say, I'm sorry. I will let you know later. Don't worry about it.
Please share your number, sir. We'll be in touch with you.
Yeah.
I
think Toastmaster Madi has my number, my WhatsApp number. Just feel free to just let me know. Any point in time, it will not take more than an hour to get back to you. Okay?
Sure.
Usually when I receive a message from a Toastmaster, I respond to that message instantly without wasting time.
Sir, how to be how to be consistent in a Toastmaster, sir? Because sometimes we are busy with the family and some other things, and we lost some interest. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that. One of the motivational speakers once said, we are too busy being busy. You know what it means? We are too busy being busy. We think that we are busy, but we are not. What we need to do is know, what we actually don't do is, we don't just set the priorities appropriately. When somebody says, oh, I'm sorry, today I'm awfully busy, my hands are full, I may not be able to attend the meeting. What's the signal that speaker sends to you? The signal is simple, that he doesn't
prioritize.
Prioritize, exactly. The speaker doesn't prioritize attending the Toastmasters Club meeting. He has something better or more intriguing, interesting at hand. So that you should make them understand. It's a question. When I was a club president last year, the same thing happened. I used to receive telephone calls from most of the members at the fag end of the week. Monday is a meeting day, but at the end of the week they would say I wouldn't be able to attend. On the day of meeting, I used to receive calls from members expressing their inability to be part of the meeting. I would persuade them. Use all your power of persuasion. No, at least be here for 10 minutes. Because I count upon you. You are an important role player. What do you think will happen if you don't show up? Others will follow your example. Don't hesitate. Don't immediately say, okay, it's all right. See you next time. No, never do that. As a leader, spend at least 1 minute talking to them. Okay? They will understand. I am sure they will understand. And then they will just reap the benefits of this practice much later. Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Madi. On that day, if you hadn't just persuaded me to attend the club meeting, I would have lost my sense of consistency. So that's very important. President, VP Education, VP Membership, they should play a crucial role. They should talk, especially the president. And to be able to talk, to deserve to talk, you should also be consistent. That's very important. When you ask the Vice President of Education, please, can you just, fill my role in? I may not be available today. Please perform the role of the presiding officer. But that because, you set not a good example, of course. Every law has an exception. If you are really busy or you had real problem, that's a different story. But when there is something that seems to be a little more important than Toastmasters meeting, you should try to just prevail over people. That's very important. That's part of your job. Pester them, be after them. And they'll automatically. The same thing, every club has to pass through this. We went through this phase last time. But we came out triumphant. Today, at least 20 members at the club meeting. And for that matter, some of the teachers have received some increments, private school teachers. Because now they have become confident leaders and more effective teachers. And they said that they could just feel the difference in teaching after joining Toastmasters. And therefore, they are regular. Consistency is a big problem, but you should just always have a new strategy. Sometimes you need to self-reflect. Now, do you conduct this Moments of Truth program in your club? How old is your club, by the way?
Almost 5 years.
How old? 5 years.
Yeah.
Excellent. How many times have you conducted Moments of Truth program under Club Success Series? Do you know what it means, Moments of Truth?
Yes. How the club performs.
Exactly. The parameters, set the parameters. First, members' attendance, guest reception, consistency of the members, and progress achieved by the members. All these there is a particular page dedicated to this, Successful Club Series. You can just Google it, or you can even go to Toastmaster website. There's a document on that. That's very important. And some members may say the club meeting is a little boring. So why don't you consider bringing in some innovation? Innovation is very important. For example, in our club now, we have a round-robin session. You know what it means?
Yes.
A round-robin session provides opportunity to every member to express their views on a given subject. All right? Yesterday, for example, we had a club meeting. The round-robin session topic was ripple effect. And people talked negatively and positively as well. But everybody, almost 7 members spoke. They found it very interesting, very stimulating, intellectually stimulating. And then we added one more role, listener's role. One person will be just watching the performance of all the speakers. Then that person will come up with 10 questions just to test the comprehension of the members present, whether or not they paid attention to every speaker. Okay? I mentioned a philosopher's name, a psychologist's name, Dr. Viktor Franklin, the post-war hero. And then this was one of the questions. Name the person, mentioned by DTM George in his opening remarks. And one person immediately answered the question. Others were hesitant to answer. So they're always constantly on the toes. They like it. Okay? So think about some variety, introduce some variety into your club meeting. It's not mandatory. They may enjoy attending the meeting. And give everybody the opportunity. Everybody should speak or perform a role. This will certainly help you improve upon consistency. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I think
Yes,
I think it's going to be almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
Sir,
you are all patiently listening. Yeah.
Sir, do we have
Yeah.
any table topics or ISC kind of booklet to what and all the steps of procedure we need to follow something? Is there any guidelines?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely, absolutely. You just I have a presentation file on that.
Okay.
How to deliver an effective table topic speech, and some sample topics are also there. And people should follow that. So I have some techniques and tools to be followed by the members attempting a table topic speech. Or I have a couple of other members also who are ready to just chip in. They will also help you. So now we have established a rapport and connection. So you can leverage that. There are. Even in Toastmaster website, if it's just a Google search, they will give you some tips. Table topics is an important area, very challenging area, daunting. It's not a joke, but you need to practice. Which part of Chennai is your club located in?
We are still an online club, sir. We have not gone
still
off.
an online.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Why have you ever conducted an in-person meeting?
No, not at all. It was
Oh,
long
really?
back. Yeah, when it started initially before Corona, I think they were meeting offline.
Okay.
But after Corona, it has always been online because people are from different parts of India, and only now I think we have 7 to 8 members in Chennai, and now we are thinking of having it in a hybrid mode.
Excellent.
Yeah, slowly we have to find a place and move to a hybrid mode.
Yeah, absolutely. Offline and in-person meeting is,
much different from an online meeting.
Completely different.
Yes.
We also had this situation during the Corona and post-Corona time. But now we meet in person. These are all offline meeting. And it's very interesting. You face to face, you talk to people, you communicate. I can better figure out your body language, your facial expression, right?
Correct.
I think about it. Not necessarily immediately. Once you
stabilize.
Get that favor, when you stabilize and get a favorable situation, go for that.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing the knowledge.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Madhi, and thank you all members and leaders. And today I learned a lot from you because I recalled, remembered, and refreshed my own knowledge. And this is a secret to success. It's a secret recipe for success.
Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. When you transfer knowledge, you end up learning a lot of things. That's a secret. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We will share the certificates to you, sir. And thank you from our bottom of our heart. Thank you. Thank you for this training.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
In case any new member has any doubt, we will redirect them to you. Hope
absolutely.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Madhi, could you please share your number with them?
Yes, sir. Sure.
My number. Okay.
Yeah, I will do that. Anyway, we recorded this session, sir, so it will be more useful.
Yeah. We will share it with in the group also.
Okay. Great job. Well done.